Hello YouTube, welcome to Sunday in the Shop. Look at this crooked little stick. I'll show you what this is used for here when I'm done. I use it to stir the coals in my Acorn Jr. barbecue. Well, I grabbed this out of the wood pile a few years back, and then we cleaned up the area here, and I went back to my brush pile and had some junk piled on my trailer, and this was laying there. So it was almost lost, but I'll show you why I like it so much. We do not want to put stain or nothing on our beans to get around to it, so we're going to put olive oil. See why I put my jute twine on the bottom, make that look nice? We're just going to put some olive oil on it. We're going to put a lot on it. We want it to soak up. If it takes all day, just keep reapplying it. We're enjoying get up here. It's just past noon. 72 degrees, fan going, and a pretty nice breeze if you can see the tarp moving here. You see it kind of breathing like the wall. Could it get to you after a while? The walls are breathing, smoothing out. Just trying to be funny. Yeah, like I showed another video, hottest part of the day is like noon to 2 o'clock because the sun starts beating from the south, because that is the south right there, okay? 1 o'clock, it's pretty high. You might think high noon's high noon, but with the daylight savings time, I always tell everybody it's about 1 o'clock here when it's really going. But there you go, little view of the shop there, area. And I said, we'll get over there when we're done oil. We'll show you how we use it in the barbecue. Oh, we cleaned that. See the top of that? We took some acetone and took a lot of that sooty grease and everything off, and then we scrubbed it with some laundry detergent. Not just soap. We really scrubbed it. So there's a trick. Just be careful, because when I was done, that paint was sticky. So it took all day to dry. It was. That paint was sticky when I was done. But that's what it took to get all that soot, grease, and grime out of it. So let's get to work, and then we'll be right back. We had our lunch, a couple of barbecued hot dogs from the other day, so we're rearing to go. Nice breeze, you can see the wall moving and the top moving. The shadow from my big tree. I'll take a picture of my little tree I let grow outside the corner of the shed, because I did some yard work things. Oh, I had weeds 3 foot tall growing up beside my truck, because you can only get so close to the rider. So we fired up the old Ford pickup yesterday. It was mowing time, so we'll get out there and show you my yard. It's nothing special, but we did some work of trimming some weeds. Listen to the wind chimes. Okay, we're with the barbecue, and we'll show you why this stick is perfect. And I mean perfect. Look at that. See that? And I use it to stir the coals around. Don't put the stove out. That way I can knock the ashes off. And I'll start them like in a pile. You know, get them burning, and then I'll spread them out. This is some lump charcoal. We have switched to charcoal briquettes because we're tired of getting bags of charcoal, and half the bag is pieces that small. I mean, a third of the bag was. See that? And like I always say, if you burn that and stick it in water over and over, you know, I empty this ash thing too often down in there. You could probably let it go clear up to, there's the air vent. We're looking. Yeah. You don't want too many inches, they'll start falling out the door. Let's take this out and lift this up, and we'll see how close that air vent really is. Okay, we're poking the air vent, so you wouldn't want them too much, maybe about here. See what I mean about falling through the cracks? Well, that went to waste. There, enough of that. I said, ain't that just right? Get off to something else here. This morning we did a machete video, redoing the blade. So if you haven't seen that video, we'll have it. It is 21st, Friday, Google AdSense Day. Whoopee. I'm being sarcastic because I make about half what I used to like back in 2020 and 21. So past 2 years of getting lean, I don't know what it is. I'm just a little guy. Look at all the junk I got up here. See, I have a pile of stuff around here. And that's what, that fell in my other video. And it hooked up there, so something let loose. We'll get that fixed today. But it's a catch-all. Nice spray bottles. We'll show you. We've got, that big long shaft laying over there? It's out of the garbage can. Garbage guy brought me a new can, and he had that in the truck. Like a 2 foot long, 3/4 diameter shaft axle. See it laying in there? We have laundry soap in here. We have clear water here. And this is dish soap and water. And here's a refillable. So I kept that green. This is fresh water. We got acetone, alcohol, Watco. So we got to sort. When it rains, this table does get wet. Water comes in there. But there's nothing out there to worry about. Like stuff like this, it's always put up. You know. And that's why I got this stuff setting, so I can slide it over. So it's up off of there. What a pile, huh? Let's go sit back down. I'm taking it easy today. Here's our tree we're letting grow this year. It's got 2 arms on it. See that? One of them smaller. And I'd say a month ago it was really a short stick. Oh, wind chimes. Here's a tip. If your wind chimes get beat up in the wind, take the flapper thing off. Mine fell. It's supposed to be the flapper thing that blows in the wind. That way they're not so wound up. Because I had this thing spinning like a helicopter before and the thing is flying out. But yeah, it's back in there. That's this tree. That's like, what, 20 years of growing? And it was like a little 5-foot stick. It was a little stick like this 20 years ago. I said I got my ladder over there. I showed this before. Got the old truck parked there. And I had that running when I mowed. City can't say anything. They got an ordinance on vehicles that runs and moves. We're just trying to get no license plates in there. We'll have to start over. Needs a washing, but it still looks good. I found an old picture. My Alice Chalmers tractor yard, and this was in the front yard, and that was down to like top. I got like a 3-inch lift on this with them struts in there. Boy, it's nice in these crappy roads around here. There, I said the C word. Antenna, if you've never seen that video, it transmits on CV. And there's that other tree that matches this. There's 2 of them. And that's my leaning ash tree. You ought to have seen that in that ice storm a few years back. There you go. It is so nice out here. Here, let's get a shot of my yard, what it looks like since I mowed it with the Alice Chalmers. Okay, there's a shot of my yard. There's a tree that died in the drought. I probably could have saved it putting buckets of water on it because I don't have an outsized hose. See where it's trying to grow back? I'm trying to get somebody to help me trim this. Let's walk over here. Look at all that nice wood. I can make me a big old teepee or something. See them branches? How far they go up? Let's zoom in on this tree. Look at all that. It's like 5 inches. Some of it might be 5 inches. Yeah, we're just going to let it grow wild and see what grows. The trick is keep taking the suckers off the bottom like I did that thing by the shed, and you'll grow more on the top. But I had that tree out front. I took a picture of it. I'd chop it off, a little maple tree. It shot 8-foot little saplings clear up in the air. And we'll back off here. Can anybody hear my camera when it does that on the motor? There we go. Let's go back inside. It is, like I said, it is nice out here. I had hollyhocks growing for, oh man, I always say that, like 15 years or more. And I had one that would come back on the corner house, and they're really not a perennial, they're annual. Just remember, corn is the annual. You have to plant it every year, but look at that bushy thing. We'll show you the seed pods forming. See the seed pods? Right there? Those are seed pods. There's seeds in there. So we're going to have a lot of seeds. You know, that's like 6 foot tall. It's like, I don't know if it's 8 foot to the thing there. Yeah. What a nice blessing to have something like that. We tied it up to 60-mile-an-hour windstorms. Okay, now we're going back in and setting down again. Can you hear the rumble of the train? 2 blocks away. Well, we're going to end the video. Hope you enjoyed the outdoor clips and stuff, and the little tree, and the maple tree that died last year in the drought. And but that looked nice. I put that up there for the 4th. I had that in the house. I just got some thumbtacks holding it, but we try to keep it cleaner. We need to sweep the floor, but thanks for watching. We're going to sit back and take it easy here a little bit. We're not going to do much today. We just decided today it is so nice out here. We're just going to do little bitty projects like we did the knife this morning. So, thanks for watching, and we are gone. You have a good week.